everyone. Welcome to the Frogcast. Today we're once again starting in Purple Room and in Asia, as usual. First country on the list is Japan. Japan has had a very easy game so far, with it seems to be 0-player wars. He's eaten into this area. I'm not sure why he does that when he's got all of Japan, China to eat, and this shoe is dog shit. Mission wise, you might stop. Actually, never mind, don't pop that yet. But you should definitely use it. You definitely should have used it to conquer this land earlier on. Letting corruption build up is not good, especially when you're as rich as this. Like, seriously. He's got very high overextension because he's eating land. Idea wise, full 21, which is pretty decent. Not everyone has that somehow. Saves 1.5% discipline event, mission even, which might come in handy later, but who knows. He's doesn't have an admin advisor for some reason, which is extraordinarily strange, given how he doesn't have enough admins to call the land he's taken. I'm going to turn this music to 1. There we go. So what you should do is run an inflation advisor at the same time as the trade efficiency advisor, so you can get the event for a plus 200 of each. It's a very strong event. But yeah, Japan is looking like he's got a lot of land to eat. He's hugboxing with the other poles in the area, which is cringe. But at the moment there is a very large alliance chain in Asia. In fact, everywhere there's just huge alliance chains. It's pretty disgusting, to be honest. But dev-wise, he has not done much deving at all. Like he's got 2 provinces to 20. Plus, of course, this that he dev'd earlier, which has finally got the gold. You want to dev this one more time so that it doesn't deplete. Because if it depletes whilst it's got an odd number, you'll encounter a bug where you get absolutely 0 crown land, which is not ideal when you want to have manpower from crown land. His stacks are very strange, but I guess he's just not preparing for war. Only 9 cannons and less than half his force limit, so he's definitely not ready if someone attacks him. He's profited very greatly from Manchu dying to Bukhara and Chu, with Bukhara going for their Mimi aristocratic build. Jesus Christ, what a good ruler. But yeah, Japan is, let's have a look at their build up actually. Haven't done that yet. They built all the good workshops. They have definitely not built all the good temples. You want to build that, that's just free money. They've got quite a few manufactories, but you definitely want to build these iron ones. What's his main node looking like? His main node is, I think... Yeah, his main node is Nippon. What he should do is, once he's finished conquering Beijing, move it there, and steer everything into it. And then you won't need a merchant in Nippon, you can put one in Jiren or Xi'an. But this country should have a fairly decent game, given there's no naval memes around to just murder him. But yeah, it's also number 8 GP, PogChamp. What subjects? Oh yeah, he's got these Chinese ones. But yeah, it's looking like a decent nation all around. Let's hope its alliance to Bengal, which honestly shouldn't have any allies. It doesn't need any.
Just to interrupt you, Zerkis, your microphone is a bit low.
Well, turn me up then.
No, it's on YouTube.
Testing, test. It's on 100% on my OBS. Just turn the YouTube up.
I guess. So someone in the comments.
Hello, my highest fan. Just turn the video up. Anyway, Japan is done for. hire an admin advisor, preferably this guy, and get the event. But yeah, it's looking okay. Next country on the list is going to be Chu. Chu basically died against Manchu, but got revived by Bukhara. Got the 10 dev gold mine back. I think he had to go bankrupt for it, but I'm not entirely sure, and it's very probable that he did. He's got very good ruler and not very good heir. You want to disinherit that most likely. Something funny that Fofi said when he was watching the video of this war against Manchu, Bukhara, and Chu, was that it was nations with a combined income of 60 hitting each other with sticks. Chu has obviously increased their income since.
Manchu fielded close to 200k in that war.
Yes. Manchu had a lot of troops, and a lot more troops than he should have. He was definitely very ill prepared for the war. And he also nation ruined and released a shit ton of vassals when he left. Oh, it should be save edited away in my opinion. But Chu is in a very bad position now. They've got none of the good parts of China, because Japan has got all of the good stuff. And Bukhara has gone into human, so they're getting all of that land. But he's also not collecting Xi'an when that's 100% what he should do with his 73% there. And the fact that Bukhara is just getting all of the money in it for free. Which is obviously not ideal. But it's just not a good position to be in, honestly. This it starts down far too south, and the south of China is just so much worse. Okay, it's got some good deving done, but not much. In terms of buildings, he's got all the workshops he needs built. Not all of the temples he needs built. You definitely want to build all of these, to be honest. It's got a couple of regimental camps, but you don't really need that many early on, and a few barracks. So overall, it's looking okay, but it's almost certainly going to die unless Bukhara continues hugboxing with him. But I don't really see that happening, to be honest. But oh well. Next country on the list is going to be Bengal. Bengal is an exceptionally strange nation. I have not a single clue how his dev is so bad when he's had such a free game.
How is it? What?
Look at this, he's only got like 6 provinces dev'd, maybe 7 or 8.
What the has he even done the mission for the permanent death cost modifier?
I don't know, I haven't played Bengal in a long time.
It's in the mission tree, it's near the end.
I don't know. I don't think there is one. But what he does have is dev cost in his ideas. One of 3 Indians to get it, and the one with the best starting position. He's number 4 GP, Moa being 1100 dev. However, oh shit, it's accidentally unpaused for a tiny bit. I don't think anything happened there. But he is very far behind in terms of deving. But so is Moa. Like, Moa's only devved a couple of states here. Whilst he should have definitely devved all of this basically as well. Whilst Bengal could have easily devved all of his flatlands in the area with absolutely nothing to stop him from doing so. He's also culture converted most of his land to Nepali, finally. With Nepali being his primary culture, so he can indeed form it when he wants to be done with his missions and dev cost and ideas. He's going into this part of China, which I think is part of his missions, but I could be wrong.
Indochina, yes, that's part of his mission.
Yeah, I guess 5% morale from just eating this. which makes sense in vanilla because it's Ming and that's a pain in the ass to kill, but in this mod it makes zero sense because it's just China. China's dog shit in the mod. He's got very low manpower for what he should have. I'm not going to comment on his estates because, as I've said many times before, I'm not bothering to learn Indian estates in this patch. And he's let Miwar have way too much of the good land. Like, Jesus Christ, Miwar's having so much land.
His estates are fine, mostly.
Okay. But anyway, speaking of Miwar, we're on to them. They've got higher max manpower than Bengal, despite the harder and worse start and the fact that they devved an institution. I think, yeah, 666, but both of them are running 666s at the moment, so um, he should very easily be able to get a lot of deving done. You want to rival someone, bro. Um, he's at a third of his force limit, which is really not good at all. Like, what if Bengal just sees you at a third of your force limit and unallies you and truce breaks you? You can't do nothing to stop him, which is fucked, you know. But he's got the good land in India, like this stuff up here. This stuff is so good. It's grassland, it's farmland, it's really good goods as well. Like, it's just the stuff you want, you know. No,
Stream, by the way.
what was that?
Come again?
You're very quiet.
You can barely be heard on the stream. It's really low for some reason.
Bro, I've got to set as high as I can here. Like, turn the stream up then.
Maybe you need to
I
talk.
did. It's all the way. I'm just letting you know because
Mm.
it's weird.
Yeah, just, okay, let me try and,
Zach is
No,
the
I'm sorry to mess up the
diplo.
recording. I just didn't want you to waste like 2 hours recording a video and then like barely be heard, you know?
just turn the video up. Um,
Yeah, it's all the way up, but yeah, don't worry about it. It's bearable. It's just really quiet.
okay. But yeah, Miwa's in a
Just
very,
label it as ASMR.
true. But yeah, Miwa's in a very good position, but they've got a Pepega amount of troops. They need to build up a lot more troops. In terms of income, it's pretty good. Could be better. He's got all the merchants in the right place, but I'm not sure how many manufactories he's got. Not many, but he's building more, which is good to see.
He
But
has
you
lobby
definitely
station.
want to build all of these. In terms of missions, he's saving a 2.5% discipline mission. Um, that's worthless to pop. I don't know if this is worth it to pop. That looks worth it to pop, so you want to pop that to get that.
Yeah, you definitely want to pop that mission
Ooh, and
because
that
you're
gives you
most
20
likely
morale.
dead. Hmm?
Um, Ideally, you actually just pop this and waste the 2.5% discipline so you can get this up. Um, and you want to save that for a war, obviously. And get more
Yeah.
manpower, goods produced, prestige, trade power, land attrition. Jesus Christ, these are really good missions.
Yeah, the Meanwhile mission tree is one of the best mission trees in the game.
Hmm. Get local dev cost. Get claims on Bengal.
They also get permanent dev cost modifiers.
Hmm.
There you go.
But yeah, it's some really good stuff. And he's got the best land in India, basically. Like, this stuff up here is just the best. It's got really good goods. Um, it's the right terrain. Um, it's low-ish dev compared to some stuff in India, which makes it good. And of course, you can get the 20% dev cost event in those states because it counts as an Asian node. But you definitely want to
Timid,
build up troops. Okay.
I would like to say, Timid's died 2 sessions ago, and Meanwhile hasn't expanded all that much into Persia. I wonder why.
I don't know. I don't feel like commenting on it, so I won't. Um,
Mm.
Next country is Bukhara. Bukhara finally has some manpower, which they should have had a long time ago. Um, they've also finally got an income because Samarkand is finally worth something. It's still not a good income, but it is an income. He probably should have gone a lot harder into Persia instead of letting Ottomans have the entire node. but I guess he'd just die if he does that. He's gone for the strange build of Aristo Eco Quantity, and he hasn't filled Quantity yet. Got Mill Focus, but only a level 1 advisor. You 100% want a level 3 advisor here, just to get it done so quick. You're also not at war, but you got these rebels you're on. I guess, are you converting to Shia? I guess.
Yes, yes, he is.
But yeah, just turn your army off, save some money, get better advisors, alright? What the fuck are these?
Unit
So
things.
18 Cossacks, random 1 dev, and 10% movement speed. Strange. He's permanently boxing with Russia, it seems. He hasn't done anything against them ever. He needs to put a merchant in Lahore, to be honest, instead of in Human, because all the trade from Human goes into Samarkand anyway. But if you put this here, you'll get more in Samarkand overall. So you'll make more money. But other than that, your trade setup is looking okay-ish. I'm not sure why you're building military buildings at this point. You need to build up your eco first. This is painful to see, you know.
Just wait till you see my country.
Yes, but he's got basically no manufactories built. Um, and he needs to be oh, what is his estate like? He's got loyal burghers. He's got the Cossacks. He's got the um. Does he have the dev cost? He does. Okay, cool.
Yep.
And does he have the manpower? Yes, he does. Okay. But yeah, that's the only things your country needs. Just more deving, to be honest. Especially on your cloth provinces, as few and far between as they are. But yeah, this nation is just, I don't know, man. It's hard to comment on what an Uzbek should do, you know.
They didn't survive this long.
But yeah, merchant in Lahore is the most important thing. Now, I also want to say, joining the war on Sweden, and when it was realized that you did not, you were not needed in the war because Sweden had no allies, and yet you still remained and sent an entire army over there against a 300 death Sweden is very scummy.
It was one cav stack.
Yeah, one cav stack with the greatest cavalry in the game.
It was actually less climactic as you would think. It actually died very quickly.
I was watching Foffy's stream for a bit,
Yes.
and he nearly fucking beat the Swedes on this -2 here.
Yeah,
However,
yeah.
he didn't have enough morale to actually pull through.
Exactly.
However, it's still scummy that he stayed in the war. You know, he should have just white peaced or gone home or something. Same with Prussia joining. Like, Prussia's gonna get beat down next. Next country on the list is Ottomans. Ottomans has had a very good session. They've eaten a lot of AI. They've upped their income by a fairly hefty amount. Let's have a look at their manufactories. He's built a shit ton of manufactories, including ones he really shouldn't have. Like these ones you want to build the manpower manufactories in, because you're not even collecting in pest, so the money goes to it goes to someone else, not you, which is not ideal. He's got, I think, the second highest manpower in the world, and second highest income as well. I'm not going to check your DM, Luke. I'll check it on my phone. But yes, second highest, with different people for each one. No, Luke, I did not like the image. In terms of deving, they've done a very decent amount. A lot focused in Europe, however, when you want to integrate Ryazan and dev Syria ASAP, basically. I'm not sure why you fed Ryazan to the extent that you did, but I like it. I dig it, you know.
Ramazan, not Ryazan.
I said Ramazan. Proof?
It's a live stream. There's proof.
Proof? Build the regimental camp. But yeah, this nation is looking really good. He's killed Poland now. I don't know if he wants to revive Polish culture so he can form it, but we'll see in the future what he does. But at the moment, he has extended very hard into Europe and very hard into Asia, which leaves him at an exceptionally strong position. However, personally, I would have taken these lands down here for myself instead of feeding them to Ramazan. Because this state in particular and this one is just so good. But yeah, it's just in my opinion what you should have done.
Is he transferring trade from Amazon?
Yes,
Good.
he's not that big of an enter, but he's not from Asian for some reason, which is strange. He also needs to state this. Has he got a trade company in it or something? No, he doesn't even. But you want to state this. This is one of the greatest states in the game. If this province here, Kabbalah, wasn't dog shit, it would be the best state in the game. But this province is awful. So, 100% state it. You know. I guess you're at war with someone who's got cores on it, but it's still just good to have. You know. This is really high dev land. Wait, is Iraq? Oh, they're just allies. I thought they were the vassal of. Okay, just take as much land as possible from Iraq. Fully annex Mamluks as much as you can. Because look at all these beautiful permaclaims. It makes it so cheap to call, especially with Ottoman ideas. But yeah. You really need another merchant, to be honest, so you can shove it in Persia. Or no, Persia. Yeah, Persia. Have it steering to Basra, and once you've conquered all of Basra, it will all flow into Aleppo, and then you Constantinople. Beautiful money. It's easy. But yeah, that's really it for Ottomans. Have they got any Janissaries actually? He's got 12 Janissaries, which is 120 mil points flushed down the drain that you'll never see again.
Maybe they hold off on the Int Wars.
Maybe. Who knows? Not me. But yeah, this nation is really good. I'd say it's the strongest nation in the game at the moment by a very decent margin, simply because of the fact that Russia is so poor for their size.
We will fix this.
If Russia was richer, Russia would probably be stronger at this point. He's running a full back row. In fact, he's running two back rows, it seems, which is fairly impressive for the fact it's only 1550, and it shows to how strong he actually is with terms of income, manpower, and force limit. Whilst most countries aren't even running a cannon stack. And now on to the biggest what the fuck of the game, Russia.
Hey, I survived!
Russia has 20 trade income in 1550. His merchants are in perhaps the worst possible position for Russian merchants, with Kiev going the wrong way, collecting in Kazan when it automatically flows to Novgorod, and
Can I give
just
some context? Just
letting the AI
context.
steal from Crimea. Yes, go on.
I had two vassals, which means 4 extra merchants who were all steering trade into Novgorod for me.
But you,
I integrated them, and the merchants disappeared with them, and I've been trying to get the merchants back.
okay, but your merchants are in the wrong position.
Yes, they are. I do realize that.
Okay.
You can see that they're moving already.
Yeah, one of them is, but the Kazan one isn't, which is the most egregious one.
I wanted to do it step by step to see what the changes were from just moving one of them and then move the other. So,
Bro, there
see
you
how
go.
much more got me.
But anyway, what you should do is move this guy to steering from Kiev, steering from Kiev, and one of them from steering from Crimea. Because at the moment, the only AI that is steering from Crimea is Herzegovina, Herzegovina, Balkan state that's going to be annexed, and then Crimea will be split in two if you don't have a merchant there. However, if you do have a merchant there, all of it will be going into Kiev, and all of the Kiev will be going into Novgorod. Ashkelon automatically goes to Crimea and Kazan, so it doesn't matter which one it goes to. You'll get all the money.
These are good points. I'll do this.
But yeah, this the income is its major issue. And really only issue is running all level 5 advisors, 2 of them half price. He's got a 0.66 with tech cost, which is insane.
I like that.
Yeah. You probably want to sell titles as soon as your merchants are fixed, just because at the moment you want to be selling on cooldown to make money. and to get your loyalty up. And now, another thing I've noticed and that I will comment on, his deving has been focused, instead of in areas where it'll give him more money, it's been focused in the steppes, which is not really good for money, you know. Instead, you want to focus on the lovely cloth provinces you have. These two, they should be 20 dev by now, 100%, and this one.
I'm late to deving, it's true.
You want to dev the iron you have, lots of iron. It's very good, seriously, I promise you. It's worth it.
Honestly, I'm gonna stop expanding and just dev. I've got too much land.
Yes, you have. But yeah, this country's been deving perpetually, which is why it's got such a huge manpower, decent force limit, but such poor income.
The reason for that, the entire deving strategy, is because I thought I was going to get inted at every single session. So I was like,
That
more
doesn't matter. The
manpower.
income would be more useful than the manpower in this situation, especially
I think it
considering
was.
you're Russia with so much land. You're also not running a full back row at the moment, which is strange given you've actually been fighting player wars.
I know.
But yeah, this income is just bruh, you know.
It's incredibly disappointing, but it
And now we're gonna talk on to the most Papega country of all of them, if I can fucking type it. Prussia. This country is dog shit, okay? He decided, in his utmost wisdom and glory, to gank Sweden. From this, he got nothing, except a gigantic truce with Sweden, in which he could not expand into them or take anything from them. Then,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why is he going full cav with Prussia?
because he has Polish ideas,
Because he kept Polish ideas.
he
Bruh.
kept Polish ideas.
What's this Commandante, like, Scuffed Commandante Prussia?
Anyway, his nation is terrifyingly bad. He has full militarization, but this can't save him. Ottomans declared war on him, and Russia did not do anything to save him, despite the
That's
fact that
pretty
Prussia entered their entire country to fight Sweden for him. Which is a really fucking stupid decision from his behalf, but a really good decision from Russia's behalf and Ottoman's behalf, because it makes the war easier.
This entire thing was planned from session one, I have to point out.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I don't care. He sold land to Russia, then became Russia's bitch, and then Russia abandoned him to die.
I mean, when you put it that way.
I mean, that literally is what happened. It's not debatable. That is literally what happened.
He did try to int me. It is true.
Yeah, whatever. He's completely erased the Polish culture, which is fairly based, and I've said this a couple of times. However, it can be revived in 1576 if Ottomans converts it to Sunni, of course, or he converts to Orthodox and converts them. But yeah, this nation just took what was possibly the worst possible actions he could have taken, and died for it. But yeah, very poor income, very
You
poor
know what
manpower.
that means, right, Frog?
Went quality first. What does that mean?
Um, he has raised Poland, but that means that the Ottoman, if he pushes north, he can from Russia.
True.
It's gonna be even more terrifying than like Ottoman into Poland.
That would be such a
I mean,
propaganda move.
the nation, like, it's not like the same spot, but it can do that. And
problem with forming Prussia is that you must be Protestant, which is painful.
Well, it's not because
I
so
mean,
much of his land is Protestant. You can just
you do that, like you just do that for
like
Prussia.
it's worth it though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's worth it. I just say it's painful. I don't say that it's bad idea.
It doesn't matter.
Especially that a lot of land is Prussian, so you don't need to unstate that much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's already a deal about Russia that, don't worry, that's not gonna happen.
What the hell? What the fuck? This guy's hinting.
But yeah, this nation is dead. Xerox rage quit and he blocked me, which I found
Can I play
hilarious.
Prussia?
No, I sent him a message saying, "How did being a dirty ganker go for you, huh?" And now he's blocked me.
I mean, fair.
Turns out being a dirty ganker isn't good for his country. Next nation, tag Dal. Dalmatia appears to have gone AFK in the middle of the session, and
It goes
is
WoW and stuff.
breaking to rebels, having max points, and just being a very garbage country overall and a very toxic player.
How many bankruptcies did you have to go through?
I believe 1 or 2, not many.
Oh,
And he definitely shouldn't be in this position.
Yes.
Like he's literally just been AFK. Like there's still rebels here. It's broken land out of him. This is just such a fucking.
What ideas did you go for?
He went for quantity eco quality, very standard build, allied to Spain. Doesn't have enough rivals for some reason, even though there's AI he could rival. So he's literally just been AFK, and I don't really want to fucking talk about him if he's going to be a toxic cunt like this.
He killed Austria, Dave's Austria, the session before, and then just did kind of disgraceful.
People weird.
Yes, it's very disgraceful.
Have you noticed how it just gets scuffed and more scuffed every game?
Do you want to see?
In Central Europe?
Do you want to see something ultra scuffed?
Yes.
Okay, here we have France. France is a beast in terms of the amount of land they have. However, their internal stability is absolutely fucking garbage. He has -3 stability. He is stuck in the French wars of religion. He is eating. He's had so much land that he can't even stab up to positives.
Why?
He was
I mean,
super behind in quality. In terms of deving, he's hardly even done any as well. Like this country is perhaps the worst big country.
how many bankruptcies did they have to go through?
One.
Okay.
And that was
I mean,
years ago?
look at the bright side. He could be in bankruptcy right now.
From what?
No,
He hasn't
he's not.
fought a player war.
Like, yeah, but that's the good side that it's not. It could be. So, it could be worse. Could be raining as well.
But yes, this country is exceptionally bad. And yet somehow, despite its absolute garbageness, despite the fact he hasn't been able to state half of his land, because he doesn't have any admin, Spain somehow has worse stats.
It's Katie's fault. He's
Like,
scamming Spain.
Yeah, like the only thing Spain has is slightly better income.
Actually, he's coming.
Don't speak. Spain doesn't have -3 stab, however. So in terms of a war, France will not be able to take any loans at all. In fact, let's go back to France and have a look at how many loans they can take. You can take 29 loans of 639, so that's times 30, 600 times 30, 1800. That's not enough. Okay, seriously, it's not enough to fight a war. Alright. It's such a painful country. He's also still got indebted to the burghers despite having no debt, which is a really fun, glitch that I've encountered myself before.
You said 1800.
Yeah, so
it's 18,000.
18,000 even. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. It's not much. It's not enough. Fort line is really good actually. Like you rarely see players delete the fort on Narbonne and replace it with Caconnet and Roverdet, and he's got an actual secondary line behind it. He's even got the fort on Auvergne. But this is very defensible land in case of a war with Spain, which I do believe is coming. But as I said, this -3 stability is ultra painful. Instead of killing these rebels, you should retreat from the battle and let them break you. Because your country is utter dog shit at the moment because of the negative stab. If you break the rebels, this disaster will end, and you will get plus stab, and you'll finally be able to take some loans. However, you need to be able to break the rebels. If someone sees you doing this, they might deck you, in which case you'll have to kill them or unsiege your land or whatever. But overall, it's just a very painful place to be in. And I'm not entirely sure how it happened, because at the start of the session you had equilibrium stab, and you're behind an admin tech, sure, but
Events.
Maybe events, but like I really don't.
Wait, can you show his religious unity?
Sure. He's got 72 religious unity. Most of his land is Protestant.
Fine. That's fine because once he gets, he's gonna get out of his like thingy.
Yeah.
No, you need to boost sub up to 0 to
He
get
needs
out
to
of it.
break to rebels. That's what he needs to do. He doesn't have the admin to not break to rebels, especially considering it costs him.
Why is everyone Orthodox? What's this thing?
Shut up. Actually, never mind. The only reason it's so expensive to stab up is because he's got overextension.
Yes.
But yeah, everyone is fucking Orthodox. Everyone and their mum except me, France, and dead Prussia.
Also religious unity.
Hmm?
It's got plus, yeah, also is over government capacity.
Yeah.
So yes, it will still be pretty. You
I
will
mean, he's
cost
not that far
160.
over it, but the issue is the 70 overextension.
Yes, but it will cost 160 without it.
Sure. But yeah, France is in a very bad spot, despite the sheer amount of land he's managed to gobble up.
But why was he
Um,
expanding
I don't know.
with
Italy.
minus
I really couldn't tell you, my friend.
You'd think?
But yeah, he's in a very, very bad spot at the moment, if anyone decides to fight him. It's like a merc stack or something. I don't know.
What's his force limit?
His force limit is 194.
He had the
Okay.
sub for most of last session, and I'm pretty sure the sub made most of the expansion decisions. Because he got ganked by Tuscany or Florence, I forget what nation was there,
Florence.
Burgundy and Dalmatia.
Yes.
And
I was in
after winning that war, I think the sub felt like he has to take land from them, so they don't just come
He
around
only
again.
took land from Florence, which he fed to the vassal. And then
Hmm.
it was PTZ's decision to full core all of the Burgundy land, and core all
Oh,
the
yeah,
extra
that's
land
a
that they
bit weird.
took. Like
Yeah, I don't know
I
why he
remember
wouldn't
telling him,
vassal feed.
just feed the land to
France
Savoy.
has really good. Yeah, France has a really good position with vessels. Like you can feed the Lorraine there and stuff. It's a
Yeah.
bit weird to just like core everything.
But yeah, let's have a look. See, he's 351, very painful ruler without an focus. Personally, I'd have gone for States General here instead of having a 351. Just for the RNG role, that it's perhaps a bit better. You can keep personal unions with. I'm not sure how you got personal union with Naples. Maybe you got the event or something. And I'm not sure why he's actually using the personal union
guess-
over Milan instead of integrating them. But whatever.
Merchant.
Like, Naples is never going to be at a point where you can actually integrate them. If you look at this, they've got negative 350 because of aggressive expansion, negative 100 because of unlawful territory. And despite the gain of 5 a year, that's still a lot of fucking years, like 70 years for it all to go away. Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Yes, it is not worth it. In fact, even more, I wasn't even including the Forces Union. It's going to be 100 years until you're able to do that. You should have just fed more land to Savoy or something. Like, I'm fairly certain Savoy can core this shit. Just release this, conquer it outright, feed it to Savoy, who you're
Yeah,
integrating,
I
and you
mean,
get
if you're
full core
vessel
somehow.
fed, he could have conquered all of Italy with Dalmatia being so absent.
Yes. Dalmatia's been extraordinarily absent this session. But yeah, France is in a very dogshit position because of the amount of admin he spent on conquering that. In fact, let's have a look at this mana usage here. For most on coring is Westphalia, then Bengal, then Japan, Ottomans, Russia, Songhai, Mitwa. France is down here with 3,800. However, if we have a look at weighted average monarch, for only players, we can find that France had actually pretty good actually if they're this far in. Wait, where are they? I might be blind.
They're up. You
Yeah.
skipped them.
I'm blind. Yeah. They've
On the
had
bus
3.17 admin. And they've not been using it, and they've had to bankrupt at a very inconvenient point. So it's just overall pain, as one could say. But I wish him the best of luck in the wars to come. Next country is going to be Westphalia. Westphalia has had very good expansion this succession. They've got most of central Germany. Um, they've got Rhineland locked down basically. Um, got a fairly good income of 140. Could be maximizing it a bit more. I'm not sure what his he's got pretty decent manufacturers. Yeah. In terms of deving, though, he hasn't done as much as he could have with the amount of time he's been given. But there's still time, of course, for him to dev more. He's running all level 3 advisors, and yet he is paying the more than Russia is. Because of
What?
governing
How?
capacity. He's double over it.
Oh.
You're not. You're barely even over yours. That's like the worst thing about this patch. The disparity between government capacity between nations, forcing nations with bad government types and in the HRE to pay so much more than others.
Why doesn't he just leave the HOE and
Doesn't have enough
Yeah.
prestige to become an empire.
oof.
However, that would be the next step once he's devved everything to just leave the HRE and become an empire, which will fix some of his government capacity issues.
Isn't he duchy at the moment? Wouldn't it still be better to leave and just upgrade to kingdom?
He's a kingdom
Mm.
because he's an
It's
elector.
It's
like
the
that.
estates, isn't it? It's just the estates.
Oh, it starts as a kingdom, huh?
He has estates as whatever countries, is that right?
Yeah.
Because then if he just gets the thingies from them, he's got another 300, and then half of his problems are solved.
Yeah.
That's just dumb.
Yeah, very dumb. But yeah, it's an okay nation, especially given what it went through the first session. I will say that. However, of course, more deving can be done. There's lots of undevved flatlands here. Got the cloth here that you want to dev, and here even. Like all this cloth is just so good to dev. See, he hasn't even got the dev cost edict on it, and it costs 12. Yeah, it's glorious stuff. And your golden era is ending fairly soon as well. So you've only got 8 more years to dev, basically, before it becomes you have to expand. Because at that point it's going to be a lot more worthwhile to start fighting people. But he's allied to Ottomans and helped them kill Prussia, and he took this disgusting attempt to cut me off from the rest of Lubeck. However, he forgot that I have transport ships and can just land on it.
Oh the man.
But yeah, it's a painful country, you know, and that's really all there is to say about this. Next country on the list is myself. So thankfully, I was subbed by Monkey Man last session, so he got to hyper dev in my absence, which I'm very greatly appreciative of. If you look at this, we've got mostly 20 dev in most of our land. That's in Germany. We've got a couple of provinces here and here that could be devved some more. We've got Dithmarschen, which can be devved still. And we're in the middle of our golden era as well, and ours lasts until 84, which gives us a bit more time than Westphalia to dev, and we've currently got better stats than him in all except income. Advisors, he's running 334, which is fine. Tinge bit behind in dip tech, however that doesn't matter because I make 0 from trade. And I only make it from subs from GB.
Doesn't that put you at a disadvantage because of you can't int as much? Was bankruptcy?
I just won't go bankrupt, I'm a genius like that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, 200 force limit. Buildings are fully built workshops. Most of the churches you want to build, I'll probably build these ones in here because it's flat land, so I might as well. Manufactories, all of the ones that you want to build have been built so far. Oh no, you don't want many churches in everything. You don't want many churches outside of flatlands because they take up a building slot that you'd much rather use elsewhere. And I've got some of the marketplaces I need. I want to build one in Lubeck, I believe, unless there already is one. Actually, never mind. I don't want to build any of those. I'll delete them all. They're useless. Regimental camps. I've built half of them, like maybe a quarter. I don't know, not many. And barracks is most of them that are good at the moment, but not on the future land that I need to dev. Like you got up here, Smolene, that's flatlands. I want to dev. Culture convert, blah blah blah. You know the drill. Oh, that's a lot of words all at once. But yeah, my nation is fairly good. It's third highest manpower, and I really thank Monkey Man for subbing me last session.
Third highest manpower?
Yes, third highest manpower.
Impressive. For the size of it, impressive.
Yes. I have, I think, the fewest provinces of any player that's alive. So let's scroll until we find... Oh, Dalmatia, actually, but Dalmatia's half dead. Timrid is fully dead, Prussia's dead. Yeah, I'm the second smallest, tied with Westphalia.
Portugal.
Portugal has colonies, you dumb shit.
Portugal is most of
Like,
the new world,
yeah.
bro.
Like, look at this shit, dumb motherfucker. But yeah, you got 2,000 dev in your subjects. Shut up. But yeah, lots of good stuff here. I'm also Protestant, so like you've got big boys like Spain or some shit who should have been hyper-deving at this point, especially with a ruler like this. It's been around for not that long, but still, that's enough to dev. And he's hardly dev'd. Like, look at all of this lack of dev. Look at all this lack of dev. Look at all of this lack of dev. When Orthodox is better for deving and gives you better results. It makes sense for GB to be a bit low. However, he's still better than Spain, despite the fact he hasn't even filled eco yet. How do you manage this? I really don't understand, Cookie. I thought you were better than this.
Okay. Oh.
But yeah, this is just an overall flex, as one could say. Next nation on the list is Great Britain. Great Britain is the richest country in the game by a fairly large margin because I'm allowing him to use Lubeck. Hello. He's also expanded pretty decently, getting most of the Netherlands and securing control over the node. He's also got provinces in Baltic Sea, so he can steal that trade as well. Hee. He's also got 13 colonies. I think Dave was subbing it for a bit, and he's going to get Canada soon, TM. I'm not sure when though. But he's
I'm
as I
not
said,
focusing on Canada. I figured going into Africa before I get cut off is more important.
perhaps. But like yeah, you can definitely get into Malaya because the only person there is Bengal, and he's not going to go expansion, so you can just colonize this shit.
Yeah, that's why I figured going into like South Africa and Madagascar and then just jumping to Malaya would be better.
Yeah,
Plus, I
100%.
didn't really have any players lined up for colonies, so
Yeah. He is unfortunately at the moment breaking the rules. Allied to 3 players.
That's just
I
Just
keep forgetting that rule, man. I'm
yeah.
stupid.
No worries,
It's not
man.
like any of those alliances are doing anything. It's just like for truce with Portugal and France. Like the
Yeah.
only actual alliance is Hanover.
Because we're helping each other in our wars. I'll respond to your message later, by the way, Kashmak.
Yeah, take your time.
But yeah, GB is looking to be in a fine position. 164 slim, as I said, fantastic income. You 100% want to be running level 5 advisors here. You can afford it by a huge margin. You've got extremely good income.
How am I the only person running level 5 advisors? What the fuck?
I was just focusing on building everything up first, but
Mm.
yeah, I'm gonna go level 5 advisors, pop golden hero as soon as I finish econ, and then dev everything.
Yeah.
Should have a huge power spike there.
It will be a very big fast. Like this is why I think the ideal meta for GB
I
is to
already
go.
built everything, so
Yeah. The ideal meta for GB is to go eco first. So you can use the amount
yeah,
of
I
mana
should
you
have
get
gone
from
eco
high level
first.
advisors to dev early on. Holy shit, what a ruler. Elizabeth of York. Strict and fucking navigator.
Yeah,
That's
the air is good too.
yeah, that's actually insane. In terms
With
of government
the
reforms, you've gone for the fine ones. Though personally, I'd have gone for metriatic recruitment just for the more burger loyalty, so you can dev better. Because at the moment your equilibrium is only 57%. With burger loyalty here, it'll be above 60. So,
Yeah, alright, that's a good point. I'm probably gonna swap to that.
but yeah, next one you obviously want to go for the governing capacity, because your governing capacity is painful at the moment. In terms of
Yeah,
actual
but I
money,
can afford to swap though because I can just afford more expensive advisor, especially because I've got Irish ideas.
yeah.
So I'm gonna swap to the burger loyalty one.
By the way, speaking of Irish ideas, do you still have the mission active?
I used the mission for deving, and I deved a lot using that mission, but it's expired by now.
But
Okay.
before you had eco?
Yes, which is
Yeah, before I had eco,
not the greatest of
it's
timings.
not optimal,
Yeah.
but yeah.
At least it's got some deving done. Like this is what you'd expect like 50 years ago in terms of dev. Maybe a bit more in the dip, but yeah, it's fine given you accidentally went quality first. But yeah,
Accidentally.
dude.
I had some fucking shit going on during session 1.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
like no
Don't blame
judging
you.
for that. He's deleted all of the forts on the mainland, which is I think foolish. You definitely need the one in Ulster and Argyllshire, just in case someone lands on you. And ideally, you also just have them like in like York or something, so that you don't get instantly flooded. And
Yeah, no, I know. I just I got
Shrewsbury.
some bad advice.
But
What
yeah,
was the advice?
Delete all the forts.
Who the
who
fuck
told you
told you
that?
that? Your enemy?
It was my colony, and I listened, but
Oh my god. But no, it's just for safety's sake. Even though, like, you don't have
just
GB
prepare, but
ideas.
it's fine. I have money to rebuild, so who cares?
Yeah, you've got
Turn
loads of
them
money at the
off,
moment.
Like,
I know. It's just stupid. Whatever.
But yeah, ideally, as Great Britain, if you form Great Britain, you want to rush to become either a republic or a theocratic government, so that you can finally get nobility.
mhm.
What do you think is better? I was leaning towards theocracy for the morale,
Theocracy,
but
yeah, I 100% think theocracy is better. You get dev cost, you get morale. Um,
the rule
Just
is just a
the
little shit, though,
yeah,
right?
the rulers are a bit
remember
garbage, but
to
by the point you get it, you should be fully devved. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
but
The rules
just
don't really matter by
remember
like
that
the
you need
1600s, anyways,
reform
as much.
points. You need to do a couple of reform points to before you swap, otherwise you'll be locked at duchy.
No, the first reform you
Mm.
take, in fact, let's do reform.
You know clerical state, and then you change to monastic order when you have tier 6.
Yeah.
Um,
It's reform progress without the
yeah,
underscore.
yeah, I've done that now. Yeah, if you take monastic order, you'll be stuck at duchy. If you go clerical state instead, and just hope you don't get a shit ruler, then it's even better. For the second one, it really does depend. Like, do you want a shit ton of navies? Which is possible, you might. Um, do you want better manpower recovery?
I think the naval reform is more important than the second one, to be honest.
Yeah, like you've got a lot of heavies at the moment, quite a few lights, and with this you get even more. It's great stuff. And then obviously you want to have the death cost on permanently, except for when you switch to being at war, and then you take the combat heresy. But yeah, uh, and also doing this, as I said, one out and pause, you will get nobility, because you no longer have a British government type.
Yeah, English.
um, Yeah, this country is fairly decent. Papega ideas, as I've said every single frogcast.
Yeah, I think I've managed to recover it a little bit.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Show that again, please. The theocracy. What's that? What's the man on a mission on the ISIS thing?
You can get nobility now, always, because they've changed that. So you always get the disaster fired because it's tied to government, not your tag.
Okay, but you still want to go theocracy anyway.
Yeah. Just saying that it's not necessary.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of
It's
is.
better.
But but yeah. As GB, that is what you want to do. Next country on the list is Spain, since I did no more than laugh at them earlier.
Oof.
Spain has okay
Hey,
income.
sorry, 1 sec.
Go
Do
on.
you know how much percent the nobility is gonna get of the crownland when I switch to theocracy?
0, I think.
Okay, so
But
they
Yeah.
start at 0.
if you have 0 and all of your other ones have a land, like you say you dev to 100% crown land, when you flip and you give them the mill points, you give them the governing capacity, they'll have land, and then you can start selling, and
Yeah,
they'll be the
that's what
only one
I'm
who gets the
trying to
land.
figure out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to 100 first and then switch to
But
theocracy
yeah,
again.
okay. Spain, despite having a giga-free game, having fought a singular player war that was a lot easier than it should have been because of Mamluks inting Tunis, so they got a free kill on Morocco basically, has somehow managed to not dev at all, it seems. He's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces devved, which is 7 provinces devved. Why the fuck would you dev Fez this high when it's the wrong religion? High autonomy. What? I don't understand this nation at all. However, he's got Expel the Morsicos ready, so he can dev at this point. I'm gonna have a quick look at his arid monarch. Where is Spain? Spain has had an average monarch of 10.16, which is above average, and yet somehow he is still Papegaing. And not deving as much as he should, which leaves him in a relatively weak spot. Like this France that went bankrupt and has giga expanded when it shouldn't have, is somehow has more manpower than you. Obviously he's got lower income because you're getting subs from Portugal, but your manpower is so bad. Nobility of a
But
lot.
don't get me wrong. He gets subs because we do the trade deal. So it's not like he has that much less income.
Okay. However, some of his income coming from subs means that in terms of loans, it'll be about the same if France had notched the stability.
Spain gets 42k and France gets 37k, something like this.
No, France gets 18k because they're
Yeah, but
negative
when
3
he
stat.
boosts the stab,
Yeah, but
I tested the boost tab.
yeah, whatever. Shut up.
so-
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Spain needs to dev more. That is what I'll say. He's trying to pop the Merida wool event at the moment, which is smart because that converts all of his wool provinces here to cloth provinces that get a permanent 10% dev cost on them, which is obviously super duper strong. But seriously, I really don't understand how Cookie has done this little deving with such good rulers. You know, like 3.77 average mill, 3.94 average dip. That's so good. Running advisors 323. Why isn't it 100% bump this guy up to 5? Actually, no, money's English, you can't. But yeah, it's just a strange country overall. And also, he's Orthodox. I really don't understand how his manpower is so low. In terms of build up, but all the workshops he could possibly want, most of the churches he could possibly want, most of the barracks he could need for the moment. None of the regimental camps though, which will be an issue if he fights France because of the force limit disparity. But I'm not sure what's going to be going on over there. He's not colonizing for some reason, except for in Africa, which is I think the worst place to colonize in the current patch. Because of the fact that you don't get fucking player colonies doing this. He's got 30 heavies for some reason as well, which might be an issue for Great Britain. But who knows? Are they even upgraded? They are indeed upgraded. And he's up to date on dip tech and all that good shit. But just looking at it, it's overall a fairly poor nation by cookie standards. It should be a lot stronger by this point. And I'm honestly a bit disappointed in him. Fort line is fine to be honest. But might want one in you got one in Toledo, okay. And you definitely want one in Gibraltar, because at the moment, if GB joins the war against you, he can just land 20k here, assault this fort, and he's got Africa to himself, and he can just siege it for free. But I don't know, we shall see. However, the combined Iberian heavies do indeed outnumber the Great British heavies at the moment, so there's something to look out for. Portugal. Portugal has had the most free of free games. They had Morocco killed by them by Mamluks, and they've got all of South America, all of Cuba, all of Mexico. It's how the fuck is it so far behind in ideas?
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting. He's went exploration, expansion, eco, which is quite possibly the greediest build a man can possibly do.
What ideas did you go for?
Explode,
Holy
expand,
shit.
eco.
How did no one kill him yet?
I don't know.
What's Britain doing?
I don't know. But yeah.
Income still shit though.
Yeah, his income is still shit because he's giving subs. He's also giving away 52 ducats of subs. So
Mostly to my colonies though, and Spain, which is
I'll be
his
honest,
money.
if I were Portugal, I would not sell the Crownland.
yeah, I guess I just want to do it because I like pressing the button.
It's not that. It's that where's all the Asian trade? Where's all the Caribbean trade?
I don't think you understand. I don't have means to kill Africa yet, so
you're
Why
so
is
bad.
everyone poor in this game? Actually,
Also, Kitty is breaking the rules along with GB. He has 3 player allies, and he's dog shit at the game.
true.
But yeah,
Bruh.
In terms of
Agree.
build up, blah blah blah, he's built everything because he's Portugal and he's literally fought no one the entire game. Hasn't built any regimental camps though. He's built all his barracks in Portugal. I think he's been focusing his build up in the colonies though. It looks like it from just looking at it. And in fact, there's quite some decent deving going on over there. I'm not entirely sure how Mexico is this fucking dog shit.
It was AI for
Yeah,
1.5 hours.
shut the fuck up. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure how he's getting away with going for fucking exploration expansion eco. He's also got this strange ass Sicily vassal. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's just a Papega in the head or something. But yeah, I can't bother to talk about Portugal anymore. So let's go into Songhai. Songhai is Orthodox.
Disgusting.
143k max manpower, 135 income. This Songhai could at the moment bitch slap the shit out of Portugal, and I really hope he does. Just because it'll be funny. Why wouldn't you take that Songhai? Dumb motherfucker. He's got lots of money at the moment. Not sure why he isn't spending it. He's got like, I guess he's built all the manufactories he could. But I guess if you've got overflowing in money, you wanna. He's done like such strange deving. It's just scattered around and not very good. Yeah. I really don't know what to say about African nations because I've only ever played them once. But just don't be a Babega. Congo. Congo is also converting to Orthodox. They have an income of 49. Songhai could bitch slap the shit out of Congo at the moment. They just need to colonize like here, land their army there, and bada bing bada boom. Congo's armies are spread out everywhere, so they wouldn't be able to respond in time. Only 100 force limit, no cannons, so it's a relatively easy slap. It's got a lot of army professionalism though, which could be an issue, but he's got a lot less manpower. And for some reason he's just sitting there with his rebels instead of killing them. Maybe he was AFK as well as Hildrick. Who knows? He's not expanding into Kilwa, which is 100% what he should be doing, so that you can't, so that colonizers can't get this land. But GB and shit is gonna get there before you now. Good job, buddy. You're dead. But next country is Ethiopia. Ethiopia is he's eating the Gulf of Aden, very PogChamp, and he's moved his main node to it as well, which is the ideal play as Ethiopia. He's made the correct choice in taking the land reclamation government reform, so that he can actually colonize this land. I'm not sure what he wants to form, but he did fight Mamluks. I'm guessing to get a Gulf of Aden, which is leaving him at a fairly decent position. He's got very good ideas, with Ethiopia having 10% morale, 5% dev cost, infantry combat ability, nothing to spit at, definitely. And he's got a fairly okay manpower with 112k, 100 force limit. Doesn't have full quality yet, which is really strange. Like the only other country is Bukhara that doesn't have a full 21, I believe. Congo as well. And Muar somehow. Why didn't I comment on that earlier? Why doesn't Muar have full quality? But yeah, these are countries. Everyone should have full 21 ideas at this point, 100%. In fact, they should have had it 20 years ago.
Should.
Yes, indeed, should.
Should.
Problem. Instead of, I guess doing this early isn't the worst thing, but it's bad for build up because it means you don't have as much money to work with. But in a place
What
like
the
this,
hell is this Mewar? It's huge.
yeah, he's fucking huge. He's got so many provinces.
What happened? How did he kill? How?
One word for you: Polish hugbox.
Oh.
I'm not sure why this guy is a vassal and why they aren't steering trade to you. Not
So
only
wait
does
a
it
minute. Is there a Western European in Asia at all?
not yet. However, there will be because there's no
Portugal in
Malay.
Australia.
Shut
Where
up.
is Cookie from?
Cookie, he's Spain.
No, no, no. In real life, where is he from? Nation.
Germany.
Oh, okay, never
Germany.
mind. I thought it was like from Romania. That was gonna be like the pinnacle of Eastern Agbooks.
Yeah, that'd have been insane. No, he's gonna colonize them all. So that's what Germans do. But yeah, this nation has quite a few vassals. I'm not sure why, but whatever. It's not the worst thing in the world, and way too much crown land. Once you hit 100% crown land, start giving your nobles more stuff.
Oh, and absolutism. Hello.
So what? Who fucking cares about absolutism?
I'm joking.
Anyway, this land is fucking garbage for deving. I'm not sure why Dave hasn't just made it all better to dev or something. But there's too many mountains and highlands. It's just a pain in the ass to deal with. Like seriously, there's like nowhere to dev. It's so bad. Jesus Christ. But yeah, Ethiopia has the best ideas, but the worst land for deving. That's a very pog province.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Cocoa.
Hmm.
Drylands.
Hmm.
Um, you should for you have steppes as Ethiopia, so you should definitely for Bukhara
True,
and go Orthodox, so you get Cossacks.
true. But
That's
also
it.
shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
Anyway, I believe that's it for Frogcast. I think I've gone through every nation. I've disrespected the shit out of Dalmatia for being a piece of shit. And I've disrespected the shit out of Prussia for the same reason.
Who was the player in Dalmatia?
Dalmatia was Hildrick. He decided to
By
go.
the way, if you play France, you should not be one.
Anyway, as I said, thank you for coming to my Frogcast. I do appreciate you guys being here and watching my stream.
Thank you for